Hey guys, Matt here with AmpWV again. I wanted to just make a quick video and tell you about a little situation, actually a really scary situation that I had a few weeks ago. And the reason I'm going to share this now, I'm actually about to get this fixed. A pretty interesting story on that whole repair situation. But anyway, I had this ChargePoint charger for a while here. Originally for about the last year. I actually had it wired over on the other side of my garage. I'll show you here. I had it wired over here. Not really correctly. I had it kind of overloaded, just running both at one at 24 amps, one at 32 amps off of a 60 amp sub panel. So, I was just keeping the amperage down. Technically it was overloaded, but I wasn't, I was keeping them set to such a way that it wasn't really overloading anything, but I wasn't able to charge either car very quickly. So I wanted to be able to charge the Rivian, which obviously has a big 133 kilowatt hour battery. I wanted to be able to charge that at a faster rate, and also I wanted everything to be, done with permits and everything, which originally was not. The sub panel was, but the EV chargers were not put in with permits at the time. So I wanted those to be permitted and everything, just in case anything was to happen. So as you can see, something did happen. I'll get to that in a second. So anyway, what happened was I called a bunch of electricians, licensed electricians. I told them I want it done to code, I want it permitted, the whole nine yards. I want it done, safely and correctly. I'm willing to pay, a reasonable amount of money to do this correctly. So I wanted this charger on this side of the wall to be hardwired. Back, you just got these batteries in, but this way it goes back to my main panel. So I want it to be hardwired on its own circuit, hardwired, and I want it on a 100 amp circuit. So what I did was I actually ran 100 amps to a 100 amp breaker, and then ran aluminum, but it's a 3 gauge aluminum, so 6 gauge, right? 3 gauge, sorry. Big thick aluminum wires up here, and I had them run it and then step it down to smaller wires because it's only a 48 amp charge point. So you kind of see in the box here, large aluminum wires, and then the smaller ones that ran down through the wall and then into my actual charger. So only running 48 amps, but we're prepared in the future if we wanted to run a larger charger, like either vehicle to home, or if I was to switch to, say, a GM vehicle that had an 80 amp charger. I wanted to be able to do that without having to do the run again. So that was the reason for the larger charging. So anyway, yeah, what happened was, after we had this running for about a month, and everything was good, no issues. Everything was running 48 amps, no problems that I was aware of. It was licensed, inspected, everything was fine, and there was no problems with it as far as I could tell. It was all good to go. And I happened to come home one day after the Rivian had been charging for maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, and I just happened to come home at 10 o'clock at night, which is really unusual for me. Came home, and I was getting out of the car, heard a hissing noise, and I look over at this box here, and maybe you can kind of see where it was. I heard a hissing noise, and suddenly I see flames shooting out right here. Flames just firing out of the side of this thing like a little firework. So naturally, I'm like, oh crap, was as most people's reaction would probably be. I ran over, and luckily I have a fire extinguisher in the garage, so I grabbed the fire extinguisher. I also have a smoke detector, which I highly recommend. I'll show you guys that in a second, but I have a smoke detector here. Up here, I have a Nest, which is just battery powered, which did start going off pretty quickly from the smoke. And also my Ring alarm, my Ring system is my integrated alarm. So the Nest went off, and then the Ring, and but while I was putting it out with the smoke detector, or with the fire extinguisher rather. So anyway, I hit it with the fire extinguisher, put the flames out. I ran down and I shut the power off, and after my son's room is up here above, over there, right on the other side of this upper wall. That's my son's bedroom. So pretty scary. I mean, thank God I was here when this started happening, and I was able to respond to it immediately. So anyway, everybody woke up. Because the smoke detector went off, I was able to deal with it right away. But once we were able to put the flames out, open the box up, see what was going on, once I was able to see what was going on with it, I I was able to open this box up, and I saw that this one big connector, this one just like that, was actually what burned. It completely melted right into the side of the box, and yeah, it wasn't. I think they disconnected it now because there was another one just like that, just like this one up here. So, multiple theories as to exactly why. We're not really sure. It may have been incorrectly torqued. It may be because aluminum was going into copper. It looked like the copper wire was actually what melted. So it may have been a torque issue. You know, anyway, not sure. I'm not an electrician. I know enough to, know a few things, but I'm not, when I get into high power stuff, I call the expert. So I put this on the Rivian forums. I posted it online, and just kind of, as a warning, hey, look what happened. Be careful, guys. Wanted to let everybody know that even though this was supposedly done correctly, licensed, everything, that I just by the chance of luck that I happened to be out in the garage when this occurred, and put it. If it had been another 10 minutes, this whole box and half the wall could have been on fire. So I put it on the forums, and actually Tom Malogny from State of Charge saw my post on the forums. We're on Facebook actually, and reached out and said he wanted to make a video. I think he calls it Rehab Rescue or EV Charger Rescue, something on his YouTube channel. I forget the name of the series, but really awesome service that he does, and he goes out to people that have had issues like this, or EV fires. A lot of them are the plugs, the NEMA 1450 plugs that have meltdowns and stuff. But he goes out and he takes care of it, remediates it, he fixes the issue, he finds out exactly what happened and why, and then he takes care of the expense of it. He hires Qmerit, and they send out a licensed electrician and somebody that actually has experience with EV charging specifically, which I guess maybe in hindsight, my electrician that I hired, although was licensed, he said he did, he'd done electrical charges before, but who knows, that's just one thing he's maybe dabbled in and not necessarily an expertise of his. So, Qmerit, obviously that's what they do. That's their entire business. So they have their people that are specifically trained, and that's their entire business there. So they're going to send out West Electric from it's a really good electrical company nearby here. They're going to come out. Actually, they're coming tomorrow, so that's why I'm making this video now. And Tom's coming up from New Jersey, and super nice. I can't say enough good things about Tom, and I'm so happy that he's willing to do that, coming out, and it's so nice of him to offer to do that, and to be able to have West Electric, who isn't necessarily in my price range. To be honest, I think I got a quote from them, and it was significantly more, and but I mean, I guess you get what you pay for in hindsight, but on the other hand, I don't have unlimited funds either. I think I paid $3,000 to run this line, 100 feet of aluminum wire, and get this box hooked up to my charger. So it was already enough. I don't think, I wasn't going to pay $7,000. We're getting a little bit ridiculous. But, I also don't want my house to burn down. So I'm happy that Tom's I think they're going to leave the line as it is. We're going to leave the aluminum, and we're going to step it down to a 60 amp breaker and some other things. There's some other issues that he identified. We'll probably go over in another video tomorrow. But I just wanted to make this video, kind of explain what happened, tell you guys about it, and then, we'll go from there. So hope you guys enjoy this. We'll follow up tomorrow when I have Tom here, and we'll have the electricians, and we'll see what happens with that. But, let me know if you guys have had a similar situation. And hope you enjoy this, and we'll keep it going. Hopefully get everything taken care of. We're going to have a new Emporia charger, a load management system, and everything will be hopefully up and running here again soon. So, all right, guys, appreciate your watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and have a good day.